So good, and I love that. Love that from Yanko as well. He's definitely not pulling punches. He's speaking
Too early for that.
Yeah.
Too early for silly business from Yanko.
Great to have Yanko Pavlovich on the desk. Of course, Jason Kaplan, of course, your host, the 7-foot wonder child, the beanpole of Counter-Strike.
I thought it was 9 foot.
9 foot on a good day.
Okay.
Depends on if he's done his yoga or not. But
the
we are going
to
be seeing Team Spirit start on the defense. Bad News Bears on the attack. Now, this was the much-discussed Team Spirit Inferno. They've had their fair share of woes, struggled to convert against some lesser foes. Now up against B&B. Let's see if the North Americans, who have told us to kindly F off, if anyone's got any negativity to share. Maybe John G will do better next pistol. Does go down. Early advantage found for Spirit.
Yeah, these rounds traditionally for Bad News Bears don't go too well. After they lose the members early, they just get bullied for the remainder of the round here. And I think Mir might be a ghost playing today as we get the curtain on the camera. But into B they go, and that's only another kill for Mir. Chopper takes down Swisher. And I think Sheikh Zula not long for this world. Take anybody with him. Dexter says no, and there we have it. 1-0. Is of the teams that they've lost to, whereas Bad News Bears in this environment should be getting an absolute shellacking. So we're going to look on in here, and it's going to be only a very light investment. 1 deagle for Junji. Smoke and a flash, Sheikh Zula and Swisher, respectively. And the rest are going to be on Glocks. So AKs will come out in the next. And well, top mid is where the deagle is currently heading. Warning shots exchanged. Dexter takes down Swisher. And
Die. There you go.
That's 1.
Yeah, but from behind, SDY can pepper them here with the MP9. Oh, lovely transfer of his burst into a second head. And that's the end as well for Junior. So 2-0. Nothing. Frags. We'll have to see the individuals. Swisher's been impressive. Spongy's had his moments. Even John G on his entry frags. We need to see some more of that. So the retake stuff's been set up very early by Spirit. So they have SDY dumping initially. And a 3-2 split so far. SDY after dumping his util can float back to A.
Yeah, they've basically gifted them banana control here. So Swisher up towards the half wall calls things clear. They do just have to flash and clear the sandbag position. But there's that retake utility you were talking about. Held at bay right now. And SDY has finally been able to head over towards the A side to help them out. Now, just waiting out the utility are the Bears. So back and forth they can go. Right now, there's no map control for Team Spirit. They don't have info top banana since they've rescinded, and top mid they've been forced back off as well. This has forced mid to rotate over. We have 4 players trying to defend A. There's still a decent amount of utility here for Bad News Bears to attack this site.
You're walking into the Lion's Den like this. They've got so much util. I think they're just hoping that something gets given to them on the re-push for mid-info. And here comes the push. That's the frag Sheikh Zula was waiting for. Re-aggressing as well from short side. Here comes Dexter. MP9 does manage to convert. SDY again with more impact. Posts his second frag and needed another from Swisher's Galil. He's got nothing to report. Neither does Spongy. Okay, Team Spirit.
Yeah, and I think on the flip side of this, so we're talking about Spirit and how this is a game that they should win and they should still, you know, be able to kind of wipe the floor with the Bears. If this is that case, and we've seen Spirit struggle against some of the bigger names in this group, and Bad News Bears yesterday, they pushed Astralis on Nuke, then the questions become, it's like, oh, that's a shame. This was the best chance we thought the Bears had to picking up a map and making a dent here.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, this is the rounds where they tend to do some of their better work. They've got some upgraded pistols, 3 Tech 9s, a P250, and a Glock for Junior, who's in hot pursuit of that AWP. And speaking of AWPs, Dexter's shot down mid. Sounds on out, and they're going to take territory knowing that there is an AWP they can punish. Magic's up close and personal towards apartments, might have some business soon. But they are setting up this execute, so Flash is coming over. We're going to see the acceleration and then go on to A.
Yeah, Mir's rotated in. Magix is going to tuck on in as well. And here comes the push. Sheikh Zula all the way through Graveyard. Look how far he's traveled! So much space. That's drawn crosshairs and attention. Dexter, however, still finding frags. It is only Swisher. And he's on the A site. They know exactly where he is. I say exactly, I'm exaggerating. That smoke's enabled him to a little bit hard to find. Graveyard, that could have been a different round.
Yeah, you know when you talk about, you know, let's do the strat and then hold W, don't stop? That's what you mean, right? Because you get too many players get bottleneck behind a molly, or they, oh, I accidentally hit the wall. Did you? Or did you just let go?
Did you just second guess yourself a little too much? That's 3 incendiaries exchanged, more nades as well. Deep smoke likely to follow. Dexter once again patrolling middle, which is a sign that he's feeling very comfortable. He can just take that peek. No threat, no flash. And Jake Zula on his walk up second mid is met by the AWP.
Yeah, if you can play that aggressively and you're not feeling under the pump, that's a great little weapon to have here. And look at the reposition.
Oh, he's already here. He's actually into the site on the tight line. This is almost a guaranteed frag unless Junior is really quick on this draw. John G to maybe try and bait the shot. I don't know how they don't get away with Dexter finding a second.
Oh.
There it is from Junior. Perfectly timed.
Well, he just walked in. I was looking for the flash. I just saw the body starting to come in front of the crosshair. That looked like a car crash about to happen. Now they're on.
They are on. Bit of a team flash. Or no, it was Mir that's actually supported that. John G's down. Swisher needs this one on the second orange. Big frag. And the site is theirs. Mir's the closest on Coffins. Junior's posted up. He won't be able to contest, and Bomb now down. This is the best chance we've seen out of the Bears. They can't let this slip away. 3v3. Retake now from Team Spirit.
They've got Yuto.
Double incendiary.
Yeah, they could
Emo's
molly
gonna
dark.
suck. Resmoke CT though, I like that. Molly Newbot
look at
forces him
that.
into the fight, and Mir does profit. Junior needs a second, and he won't have a chance. Spongy, one found, needs this 1v2. Mir is on the Coffins and does deliver.
If it can get activated in that fashion, now we're talking, it's not Junior with an AWP, sitting back in a 1-on-5 going, where's all my teammates gone? Can the Bears build on this? Back 10's having to supplement the lower economy situation for John G and Sheikh Zula, but they could just go for another B exec. Now, take a look at the armor situation for Spirit as well. Nobody has the head armor, so could pop them like a couple of watermelons.
It's not easy to pop a watermelon. I suppose with a bullet it is.
For some reason, I just think about when people put elastic bands around them, and then, I don't know why, that was the image.
Yeah, and when you're testing weapons on YouTube as well, like
Yes,
it's a good representation of a skull.
Ah, everyone's favorite substitution. So they can just go for this BXAC again. You can see them lining up the smokes here. John G limping one out, and they're head without the flashes.
Yeesh.
Dexter doesn't land the shot, has to run on away, and they're actually going through ruins here. Lots of pressure.
This is kind of fun, but it does mean Dexter will be a threat as they wrap around very quickly. There goes Dexter, big find. Chopper's still invisible, and look at him. Double kill from the corner. Junior's thrown a no-scope into the mix. He lives on. Does have the bomb, though. Expect him to get that down shortly. SDY can contest, and Magix is close as well. Problems now for the Bears. The bomb loose, and both of these CTs are ready to make it difficult to get it down. Junior, real opportunity here to contest. He needs to be bodyguarding that bomb. Needed to. Misses his chance, and now it will fall away from them.
2 to 3 players again here. Let's go with 3 and a bomb down. They can continue to do this time and time again. Lost bonus is exactly where they want it at 3,400. It's good for one reason, it's bad for the other. Yeah, you're going to keep getting money, but you kind of need the rounds. So at some point, they'll need to break through this dam. It's very direct, though, isn't it? They just look like they want to pop up mid here.
Yeah, and there's 4 players ready to receive them. It's Mir who can't believe his luck. John G down and still kept in favor of Team Spirit as SDY has no issues. A massacre on a full investment force. Spongy thrust into an impossible scenario. They're even nading him. A great first shot out of the gate. Dexter deleted. He's got good aim. He's got a good understanding as to where these CTs are coming from. But I mean, poor soul. Yeah, maybe you could tap another one. Give me another head.
They're all just poised, ready to fight and swing off each other's contact. Well, that's lucky.
Lovely stuff. Lives on. Tap another head, and I'll start to believe Spongy. The impossible becoming just the slightest more threatening, and there goes Chopper. Finishing it off eventually. It was well handled. SDY angry.
Yeah, okay.
Probably the most entertaining emotions. Like, it would be, imagine if you just had a sad character.
But OJ's like happy all the time. And
OJ
Borge.
Borge.
I think it's Borge.
Borge. Okay.
Well, we're from where we now reside, where the name is from.
It's true. It's true. I think Cyborg every time.
You're right.
That's all.
Why not? Pistols at noon. Wait, what's the time? 1:40.
Pistols at 1:40. That wasn't 12 paces. Is that how many paces? I don't know. I'm not a. Gone are the days of a good old-fashioned. Yeah. I just retweet things now.
That was like the Henry G method, wasn't it?
I just got really, like, I don't know.
Disenchanted?
Disenchanted with the whole thing. But I also realized that, you know, it's probably a good idea for the whole career thing. I just can't bring myself to tweet or post or do anything.
Yeah, look.
Junior, double. Uno and DOS. Oh, it was supposed to be Junior. Confident across the line. Yeah, he's horny for it. Jonji will save the day. He's been dinked through the wall. Oh, he actually got caught. Damn, what a shot from Mir. And now he's taken all out banana control right back. He even caught the tail end of them rotating A.
But he's forced them into the two players on this A site right now. One towards Long, one towards Pit. They are going to have to try and pip the gap mid to B here. That could be the undoing.
SDY's been so good, though. And even that nade looks promising.
Chunky monkey right there.
Ouch. And here's the flank blocking the door behind him with their knives. Mir gets them, looking for more. Spongy keeps it level. He could charge B. Go on.
Back and forth, back and forth.
He's flirting with it. They're rotating in for the info, and Sheikh Zula.
Little bit of a positive sign, but probably not a whole lot of that into round number 10. They're just down to these pistols. There's a Zeus in play. I think if they're playing with the mentality that there's nothing really to play for here, then maybe we could see a loosey-goosey team spirit pop off. And well, Dexter out the second mid window. He peeks up his head. The P250 strikes, and that's an AK on the floor. But Spongy's heard this.
Yeah.
Execution. And now we're back to 4v4. I think they were hoping that would send them over towards the B bomb side, but it's actually done quite the opposite here. The fact that Dexter was on his lonesome that aggressive, and they've been able to deal with him. They're just going to push in towards A. So being diligent with their utility, smoke towards Moto, nades towards the pit, just clearing everything out, letting them know that the bomb can go down safely, and Junior's going to even go for a safe plant back of the site. Smoke there from Spongy. That's an easy one for all of you to learn at home. In the back of the pit, if you have a smoke, you look at that little lamp, jump throw. It's going to cover off the Moto and long position for you quite perfectly. Situational utility, we call that.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the kind of utility that you really, everyone wants to have a couple in your bag of tricks. For every site you're taking, a couple of cheeky lineups just for the safe way to deploy it.
Yeah,
like,
that's the key word.
I hate the amount, like, everyone's had a couple of deaths where it's like, hey, can someone smoke CT? And then you just sit there dying with the pin pulled and you feel like a bit of a pillock.
Or you flub it and then there's a gap and then someone dies through that gap, you know, so. There's all, but guys, at home, I want to let you know one thing. If you ever misthrow a smoke, that's
a name and shame
of
pro players that would throw smokes on executes.
Yes.
Or forget the smoke supposed to throw, freestyle it, miss it completely, and not address it as they fully execute into sight.
That's a problem.
Imagine that.
That's a big problem. All right, bad news bears. Guns back out. Buy is not great for Spirit here. There's a couple Famises in the mix and they're aggressive.
Okay, Swisher, first found. Now we're talking. Team Spirit, they tried to throw aggression into Banana. And Chopper pays the price. This is an aggressive stance from Sheikh Zula. He's single-handedly maintaining top mid control. Dexter's going for a sweep. And that close line. Oh, he's cooked him. He sees you. He sees you. Oh, he lives on. And actually gets the frag. Sheikh Zula does very well. And Spongy could have opened up the A site. It's only Magic's. He knows he's under a lot of scrutiny. Junior, what are you up to here? He thought about it for a second, just pushing on that. Now the rotate's on its way. Jonji can lock it down here. It's a favorable fight for him. And then they don't clear him. He can catch Mir. Another's crossed into the site. SDY immediately reacts. And they're taking the bomb B, Chad. This is a fantastic play from the Bad News Bears. They've got a good understanding as to where these CTs remain.
Yeah, the Team Spirit is staying very active and continuing to fight. SDY lucky to be alive.
Fisher's got him. He's got him dead to right.
Gone. Yeah, look at this. Simple as you like. Yeah, just Team Spirit is staying very active. It's like they're pursuing all of the fights so that they don't lose the back and forth nature of Bad News Bears. But that's actually kind of hurt them in some of these scenarios here. And it will just be Magic's left with the Silence 7-4 to save in that wide open pit. But the Bears with the fourth. And if there was ever a map they were going to do it, this would be the one. Played a bunch of Inferno. I think the first map that they picked was Mirage. And then since then, I think it's been Inferno. Bomb's going to go off. Fourth round about to be posted on the board. And oh, they're getting there. They're definitely getting there. And this has kind of been the story of a lot of the Bad News Bears games. It starts off, you know, we can see some positive signs. And then there's the oh no rounds. We haven't had any oh no rounds.
Spongy 1v2.
That's the one.
Bingo bango.
Yeah, so they have avoided the oh no's. Now this is a chance for an oh no. 2 Deagles, Silence 7-4 saved, some HE grenades.
You ready for the Magic's pop off?
Okay. I'm not, but okay.
Well, I mean, you have to be patient because he's going to get.
He's not going to get.
up.
But he's been Alex. He's been doing this for a year now.
Yeah.
He's been doing this same. Well, actually, no. Normally, he's on the little ledge to the left, a little bit further forward. Remember, we've seen there with shotguns. I remember we casted a game where a team just counter-stratted against their force by and triple naded that position.
Yeah. Oh god. On the boost.
Yeah.
They just throw it over.
I think they just walked up into the precipice of mid and banked it off the wall. But that was probably about. That was at least that's the spot right there. Thank you, MC.
I remember that.
B's the right call. Chopper's the only one over here. Has the USP in hand. Oh, Sheikh Zula's caught still naked. Catches the kill. So that's the M4 down. They should be able to find.
Surely they know it's B now. Bombs arriving, as is the majority of Team Spirit. Chopper's going to try and destabilize with a little smoky USP play. They can boost as well. Oh, nice.
What a shot.
SDY's found something, and now the USPs can cause chaos. Oh, no, indeed. Swisher, Spongy, looking for some damage control. How is he dinking him down to 10? Chopper allowed to re-peek. Spongy on notice. Swisher wants to plant, but time's becoming a bit of a sensitive subject. And down goes the bomb. Oh, no, indeed, Chad, because now no time and no players.
That's the familiar feeling we were hoping to avoid here today for the Bears. Can they recover? An instant bounce back. You'd love to see it. A lot of nades being lobbed out here to delay them at half wall, but no territory being taken, and a lot of damage actually exchanged against Team Spirit. Chopper's down to 17. Mia got a little bit of a lick up there, and SDY, well, he's sitting at 65. And they've gambled back towards A. Bad News Bears could just execute into this B site again. They're going to get in for free. Chopper's on the low HP. He is, or was, just defending with a jiggle and a smoke. Oh, this could be huge.
Yeah. He slipped through short.
This could be huge.
They've got 4 CTs here. If he could take one. Dex is posted up on a very tight line. He just looked away now, and on the retreat, Jonji strikes. A great bounce back from the Bears. He's keeping them busy. Magix eventually will triumph, but now the site is theirs. And it's going to try and be contested by Chopper. He's got some degree of a lineup. Yeah, not far off. 17 HP, you could kill him with anything.
I think they have to save. I know it seems crazy right now. SDY with that util and the AWP on the retake, it's not going to be easy. Are they lining this there? They are considering it. They've swapped the guns across, so Chopper's onto the AWP now. This is going to get messy for Spirit if they decide to go for it.
Yeah, you'd think that Molotov would channel them further away, but they're
just
grouping up.
They're
just
ruins.
charging through ruins. As time is so sensitive here, boys. What are you up to? Walking in. Multi-kill from Swisher. And gets very costly for the Spirit boys. Chopper just about getting away with it. And I think Sheikh Zula's the only one that's potentially vulnerable, but he's got far enough away.
This is the turning point right now of this half. Bad News Bears could get an 8-7 half here. Very, very easily. They win this round, that's the 6th. And in the last round of play, you're looking at the 2,400 as the loss bonus for Team Spirit, but they're going aggressive.
Yeah, Magix is throwing some aggression into the mix. It's Jonji's job to maintain this. He's got the pin pull. That's a bad death. And now Junior surely needs to be aware of this. Yeah, he's getting hunted, and oh, Magix nearly makes it 3. SDY quick to respond, and a little touch of aggression thrown into the mix has really destabilized the Bears. They get the info. No, Sheikh Zula's on the banana. Bomb down towards T-ramp. You'd love at least one frag here just to claw it back into a slightly more favorable affair. SDY is committed to this, so if anyone is going to give it to Sheikh Zula, it's these two here on banana. Oh, just lingering in that off angle as he starts focusing his crosshair towards that sandbags. Crosses back safely. Go on, Spongy. What have you got for us? Nice adjustment. Nearly 2. Crosshairs in the right place. But that will be Spirit's 9th, and yeah, just throw it.
I guess the reason they went for that buy is because the economy for Bad News Bears, we can see here, is not great either. So it's been another one of these back and forth affairs, and here's Dexter lighting things up. Another opening AWP kill for him.
Oh man, these last 2 rounds just going to be so frustrating to stomach.
The bomb. Oh, he still didn't get it.
No, your bomb carrier's gone down. You're getting tagged up. You die on the retrieval. Oh, I can feel it. Like it's bubbling up inside of me. I'm frustrated. I want to tweet. Oh, nice clawback. Could be finished off by the drive by MP9. It's getting a little messy. Tickles up Jonji further. Oh.
Yeah, and they're killing players at A, and the bomb's still been down this entire time, right? So with a minute on the clock, the ability to go back and find this is not going to be easy. You got Jonji on 27, you've got Shakespeare on 17. Chopper's over here helping out Banana now. SDY can come swing from late middle. He's feeling a little bit of pressure, not too sure where those pesky T's have gotten off to, but here we go.
This whole round has just been about finding that bomb that Swisher struggled to hold on to, and they're boosting for it. Chopper will collect, and that's the end of that. That's a Dexter round. That's a brutal one as well. Bad attack, we'll find out. I say we, I'm Machine. I got myself Chatty B in the house.
Yeah.
I tried to be enthusiastic.
Yeah, no, I don't know. What do they do?
Yeah. Chat.
Yeah. Just to note, they did this same aggressive move with Junior against Astralis, and Junior got naded. Well, Swisher got shot, and the result seems to be the same here as 1xBet odds at the top of your screen. Still favouring
the firing range, just two little domes poking up. I quite like that.
So that's a lot of info right there. So they know that there was one player aggressive, two in towards Boiler, and that's going to thrust them forward onto this B bomb site.
All right, no fun for Jonji just yet. He'll have to wait out for his team. Peppers through the cross. He's got an incendiary and a flash.
Yeah, and they even have a smoke on Sheikh Zula, so looks like this util is going to make their life a bit easy on the retake. They're just going in.
Just charging straight through, and Chopper can't believe his luck. 3 in quick succession. And only the Zula.
Bad News Bears team and Chopper.
Oh, gosh, okay.
So SDY, we have the 7 worst performers of the event so far in the server right now.
It makes sense that they'd be in the 0-3 teams.
Yes.
Team Spirit and Bad News Bears combined do house the bottom 7.
But SDY, my point, which I never got to, was that he's having a very good game. And Chopper with a lot of impact right there on an important pistol round as well. So some difference makers for Spirit today.
Ooh, Jonji might have the element of surprise here if he just lingers in that smoke. Mir is so focused on Swisher, and he's going to continue to be. They might walk past. Oh, a real opportunity for Jonji to do some damage. Dexter disagrees.
Trying to rotate over towards B in time, but the bomb isn't even heading there. It's just actually these steps. So, bit of elephant foot and Banana to lure over.
It's worked
the Bears.
So well.
Yeah,
Even Sheikh Zula's coming on over for fun.
Now, to justify a call like this for the in-game leader, you can just go, all right, well, let's just stack B. If they go A, we'll let them keep their guns, and we'll just save onto these deagles, and we'll go again next round. So, look, they gambled incorrectly. It's like roulette, just with less options. At least with roulette, you can do 0 and 0-0. Here, it's black or red.
And this time, no dice.
I never really understood craps.
Is it craps or crabs?
Craps.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was craps.
No, I think in my head I've just called it crabs, but probably shouldn't do that, really.
That's a chicken. And then there's Bad News Bears and Spirit of Dragons.
I didn't know that apparently there's a lot of imitation crab meat out there.
Imitation crab meat. Oh, yeah, in the sushi, right?
It's just a fun fact I learned. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay was going to a sushi joint.
Yeah, so that's not crab.
He couldn't believe it. Like, he couldn't believe it. Imitation crab meat. So what you do is you paint white fish with like a red layer to look like crab. And it's just, you smother it in enough sauce, it's completely indistinguishable from your bog standard crab. I've never eaten crab.
Yeah, but you're
you're
getting into it. You had some sushi when we were
I can do the non-fishy fish now, especially with proper wasabi. Have you had proper wasabi before, folks?
I smelt it. It definitely, and it had a different punch to it.
From the little shark belly, it's a root, it's all bougie.
It didn't seem anywhere near as artificial.
No, very interesting. That's the end of fun wasabi facts, though. Most of the wasabi you consume, and maybe most of the crab you consume, is imitation.
Unless you're a crab fisherman, and then I hope that you're...
Or a wasabi...
connoisseur.
Digger man.
Collector.
I think you have to dig it up. Is
Curator?
Curator.
Farmer.
Farmer. A wasabi farmer. Hey, that's a pretty good fake nick, actually. I'm going to call myself wasabi farmer in my next matchmaking.
All right, well, these are just saved pistolas here, and top 4 middle. One over towards the second letter of the alphabet.
D? A, D, C. That would go?
You're close.
A, D,
Just put a line
C,
through the
D,
middle of the D.
A, D, C, B, A, F, G.
It's actually mostly skillful to do that. I wouldn't be easy to pull that one off. All right, well, they're going into the stack, or are they? Or are they? Spongey's getting the move on.
I think they're going to take the teleporter in the last second, actually.
Is that bind?
Yeah, he's going to actually put fake footsteps through the teleporter.
Throw the Rainer flash.
Oh, no success on the dog ult.
The dog ult. Is that the Sky that sends in the
one.
info dog?
The dog.
Send in the house.
Honestly, it'd be so funny if we were just like, I just don't know the names of the abilities. I'd just be talking like, oh, it's the bouncy wall one. It's the bouncy wall flash.
Yeah, that's Yoru. Yeah,
Yoru.
he does the bouncy flash.
Yeah, he's the one I bought.
Yeah.
I bought him.
You bought him?
Yeah. I focused on him. I was like, I'm going to choose the hardest, most complex agent to be my first one.
All right. Rocket Girl.
Rocket Lady, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She's apparently meta still.
Okay.
I do see the Quakey highlights of that one. You know, you can like satchel Ghibli into a RPG. I'm like, well, that's a different game for sure.
Yeah, remember the ultimates couldn't kill people?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
I think the Unk account, they are not in a rush for this. It's going to come down to what the CTs can post. Give me a junior Aggie banana peak. He's not going that way, maybe even towards mid. We saw Degster finding success with something like that, maybe even the second mid. Go on, my son. He's not interested too much. Fires off a warning shot, though, and it does just whistle past the cap of Mir towards the apps for the two-man setup. They want to pop through this. He's even considered the Extinguish, which is odd. And instead, he's going to be lining up, actually, I think that was just for the smoke.
Yeah, that was curious. I don't know what the go was there. Maybe if they were contested, they would have smoked and pushed, but interesting enough. But they do get this mid control here, and that Yuta will keep Sheikh Zula at bay over towards the arch side. Junior and Spongy in tandem, blocking down apartments. Banana control has been gifted as Bad News Bears are rotating back very heavily. I think a gamble call has been made here. They've just evacuated B completely. Swisher is staying towards CT to deal with Arch. Jonji has now just gone over to the B bomb site once more, and I think this is going to fall apart for the Bears here because it is going to look very much like a B execute. 4 up Banana. Samdai Young posted towards the Ender Halls. Sheikh Zula, they're so back and
Spirit
forth
don't know
here.
where they want to go.
Yeah.
But the thing is they're not like showing presence on any of these. So it's kind of just unknown for the Bears. Swish is now going B because they cut noise so long. Junior's got info top mid, but they're about to lose it.
Yeah, here we go.
Bang. Lovely find. First man falls in the take. Spirit are going to commit to A here. Smoke's raining in. Spongy biding time. He can hear them. And with Degster down, they're running out of chances here. Spirit letting this one slip just a little bit. Junior still on site. 15 seconds for the deny. He's hiding in that smoke. And now a chance on the no-scope. He's gone. Big find for Magix and Chopper respectively. They need to plant, or maybe...
Don't want to allow this one to get to 15. If either team 2-0s this series, still looking very likely to be Team Spirit, they have a chance. The slimmest of chances, but they still have a chance to get out of the group. Now, it's not a very likely scenario by any means, but they are fighting for their survival right now. The loser of this is well and truly out.
Because they got a map versus Astralis, there are some scenarios where Team Spirit will require, just on the tiebreaker, they'll have a better shot because of their win against Astralis. But to be absolute certain, the last 2 games that these boys have, they have to win 2-0.
Get the W's.
Then the rest is in everyone else's hands.
Gabe Newells.
Gabe Newell. Speaking of secret Valve employees, Action Slacks is in the studio today.
Oh, for all you Dota fans out there.
Sir Action Slacks in the flesh.
I thought it was Purge with a shaved head.
Was it Purge?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've never met him.
Spoilers. Here we go. John the sandbags, MP9 off the flash. He mantles up for a good first. His teammates have done an awful lot as well, and the flash is good. The frag is not there. It's Magix who's starting to make a 2v4 look a little more possible. They're surging into the site, taking space. Magix hamstrung by the tag through the smoke. It's Sheikh Zula to finish the job. Oh, damn, Magix is a problem. He should be wallbanked here. Lovely find from Junior. All that hard work from the earlier tags. Degster wants to plant safe. Oh, he's vulnerable. Should have a shot here, Junior. Oh, just as he looked away, he'll tag him instead. Degster needs to find one jewel now. Suspects
5 bullets.
the other 5 in the chamber. It needs some taps now. Oh, he started to try. 3 left in the chamber as he goes down.
All right, well, there is their first CT round and an essential one here if they want to keep their dreams alive. The force bite to disallow Spirit getting to that 15 paying off, and they can even grab themselves some upgrades. Junior into the 8 and a Molotov. Bit harder to do crowd control against an AWPer like Junior if you want to be nading towards top banana or forcing him out of any of those lines, but he's over towards top mid here and he's going to peer on down. No AWP on the other side. Won't meet necessarily the hardest of resistance. And he's thinking better at holding on to this line. He's pivoting back and he's actually just given up that mid line as the rotations here from Sheikh Zula. So they fortified mid with 2, but it's about to get messy.
Very messy. He might lose vision. He fires off the warning shot preemptively. And they're wrapping, coming in thick and fast. It's down to Spongy to bail him out. He's playing anti, but they're already flooding into the site. No help available. Sheikh Zula with 1. Spongy can't even get his feet back on the ground. SDY was there as well, swung in. And a very solid, quite quick A take. It leaves Jonji and Swisher, the B defenders, crawling through a smoke as it fades. SDY's in such a prime position for some taps here, some supportive util, and oh, it's just too easy for him. Collects another. And Jonji just scarpering away with an M4 and his tail between his legs. 15 for Spirit.
Yeah, he hasn't kept running, so hanging around here, see if he can grab anything on the way out the door, trying to hide in plain sight. Has a chance against Mia, but it's just that, a chance. Low HP. Not the first, that's precise. Know where he is now, and he falls. SDY finishes.
In their prime team.
In their prime?
In their prime.
Holy
like, I'm
moly.
straight up interested into, like, the 5 names that are that have been the best individuals from North American region.
Elige, Naf.
Elige, Naf, solid. I'll give you time to think about it. It's not an easy question to answer. And you guys are at home as well. Hiko's a good shout. Hiko is a good shout. So Hiko, Naf, Elige. What about your AWPer? North American AWPers, I mean, Skadoodle could shoot, but he couldn't talk.
Yeah, he did it in the major final though, didn't he?
He did.
Maybe we could. Yeah, I was going to say Sean Gare so we could in-game lead an AWP.
Ooh, in his prime, though, he was still just more of a
still a supportive
in-game
element.
leader.
Yeah. Let me have a think in the break. We'll go back for map 2.
We've got 3. Let us know how you'd round that roster out on Twitter at Sponge, that's SPUNJ, or at MachineGG, or Machine Egg.
Ah, yes, the 1-on-5 with the FAMAS. Well,
or not.
That one's over. 16-6. That
part of it. They need to win this. They need to win this 2-0 and every game following. We start off with the pistol. T-side start for Spirit, and it's on Dust 2. This is their home turf, Chad.
Yeah, and look, yesterday when Ents showed just how you can maneuver around the map as the CTs, they punished Spirit. But unless Bad News Bears are able to download that demo, all watch it, all be on the exact same page and understand how to make those maneuvers happen.
I mean, yeah, Ents truly demonstrated how to win Dust 2 against Team Spirit.
Yeah, it looked very good. It looked very, very good from Snappy and co. Now, Junior's been gooshed on up. He's down to 12 HP, back over towards A ramp. Shakes all a mid-long to back up Jonji, who's currently in pit. And it's 3 out long, 2 up short. It's about to get ugly.
Yeah, Sheikh Zula's got a flash, and it will be threatening as he peeks out. There goes 2. Big connections from the Bears. The rest swinging up from short. It's Junior's responsibility to try and cage them, and not able to do much with it. So the bomb's not with them. Dexter's got it, but he's starting to hit shots. Oh no, they can't lose another bomb now. Lost in a 2v2. Now the CTs have the bomb, and with 40 seconds left, it's a bit of a weird one. They're actually going long side.
Magix and Mid both have picked up USPs and all of this, so they're well and truly equipped to take these fights.
Okay. 28. They really have to rush this bomb plant, or rather bomb retrieval. That's the fight. Spongy's done very well there. Magic's turn to shine, and that's a very quick click. 18 seconds, buddy. Pull up your socks. Jonji's going to catch you. Jonji's not going to take his pot shot. He'll aim for the element of surprise instead.
Oh, he's not chasing him.
Does he plant short side? That's the question.
He's going to have to plant safe. He has to plant safe.
Just in time. Jonji's very loud about this. Jonji's very loud about this. Jumping around. And it's Magix. Doesn't let him.
Okay, yeah. Well, you can't account for that either, can you?
Magic's just happened, and Dexter's just going to stroll into B here and test Spongy. Good shot from the Deeg. Wow, he's done very well to keep him honest. Maybe Jonji can finish the job here. Nice headshot. Second round force here. Could put Spirit back on their bottoms. They've got AKs, another Deagle headshot. Nice. Now we're cooking. Spongy and Jonji have done more than you could have asked of them on the B defense. It's up to Magix and Mir once again to pick up the pieces. It's quite reminiscent of the pistol.
Well, they have another smoke on Mir and a flash for Magix, and there's no rush to get this bomb down. Pot shots through, not that far off, all things considered. And there's that smoke left over. Oh, they have another one. Okay, so they still have that one smoke left over. So Magix has found a secondary. Keep your eyes on Swisher and his flash. He can set up Junior and Sheikh Zula for this retake with his.
Come in for the peek. They're looking the wrong way. The timing could not have been better from Magix. And now Sheikh Zula caught by the team flash. And Swisher the last man with only the Desert Eagle to guide him. Does recover an AK-47, does have time, but he's just not worked it out. Mir strafes out.
As well. Jonji's actually opted in for a scout here, so curious. I guess he's more than happy to operate with something a little bit lower in the next round, seeing if they can keep up the damage, knowing only one survived.
Just the quick B up against the scout. What's he supposed to do? 2 flashes, very good positioned.
Oh.
Yeah, Swanji's caught a stray bullet through the door there. But unfortunately, you just discussed it. The fortress is once again established. Some good damage, but yeah, not much more to come of it. You could boost for a little bit of a gap.
Yeah, Spirit would have to get very lazy here. They still have smokes, still have flashes. You'd almost have to give this one over right now. There is the dark play coming in from Swisher. Ooh, and Mir on the clear, so maybe there's a timing, but bomb already halfway ticked. It's not looking likely as they set up for exits.
Yeah, are you going to try and maybe push last minute, try and make it really costly on these AKs?
Yeah, they were playing the economy game right now because last round only one survived, so if they can take away a couple more of these upgraded guns, it's going to be looking very good. Spongy with another nice shot. SDY does find the trade. Swisher's chance here. There you go, he'll take that AK, and SDY can't defend it for the CIS squadron. Really, their buy doesn't look great going into the first gun round. Smoke towards corner, flashes are coming, and the Biff is here.
Good pace.
Graceful.
And so they've got long. Here's the response from John G and Sponge. John G and Spongy.
Okay.
Now they've got tons of control. We know how this works with Ents. Once you lock the door behind them, it's going to be down to your first peek. Swisher, that was brave, bro. He's hanging out on elevator, face checks it essentially, and now the whole squad's on its way to receive. The cross smokes will be deployed. A CT1 in response to try and keep it a little bit awkward. Magix, though, surging forward. In Gandalf, we've got the real opportunity.
Couple mollies to deal with this position if they want, Spirit.
And they do deploy. Swisher's going to cook very quickly. He's running out of health and chances. Burnt to a crisp. Boost is a good chance. 3 of them here. Ooh, they know where you are. Dexter's coming in for the flank on short side, though, and he's got to get this right. Got to get this right. 2 targets. First tap. Lovely second conversion as well. And the bad news bears. He's got nothing to say. Just you do it like a double take, like he just instinctively took a look, and he's like, oh,
I see.
Right. It is you.
Jonji's bought an AWP.
Ah, so he's been going for these. He's kind of been out of sync for a while.
He's that one guy in the pugs.
With the boys, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Bloody Orange.
You try and explain to them, like, look, Orange, you know, I understand that you are now out of sync with us for the rest of the game, but if you could just take 1 on the chin, we'll have a full 5 fingers of a fist as opposed to 4.
Come on now, I had an Orange today.
Did you?
I had an Orange. I muted him 3 rounds in and we still won.
Oh, that's always good. I'm definitely working towards being less petty, but when someone is being obnoxious, I can't.
It's just easier. It's easier on you, you know?
Yeah.
Just set and forget. Give it your best.
He's got the smoke to play around, and now burning behind it. You can see the counterplay to the simple smoke is a Molotov behind it. John G does enable not only him, but Junior to find some headshots. There's a chance, and it's starting to dwindle. John G's only real bastion of hope is that he finds Chopper, and didn't expect him so close. Gives him the frag for free. And now their hope just dwindles away. Dexter will hit this, and we find 5.
And next to the supercomputer inputting all the data, it's spitting out all these different equations. This was looking like the Bears' best chance.
They got 4 here. It's going to be like a 4v4 on long, so strap in, and John G's gone. Chopper once more. The flashes are very suppressing. In the flames, Magic surely gone. Sheikh Zula doubles down. a great conversion of the long aggress, but now Dexter's taking all that space back on B. This is a great reaction from him. If he could find this, find this frag, now the site is his. And the CT's gonna have to pull up their socks and go for a pretty damn long jog. You can see Swish has opted for T-Spawn. Mir's on that Xbox, maybe spotted out.
Yeah, so Mir would be the player you're looking to catch right now. There's also a push from Sheikh Zula coming through short. So if they can deal with Mir, then we can have a bit of a conversation. Will Sheikh Zula clear below him? Has the first 2 kills, and now the third. Game leader stepping up when they need it. Now Dexter and SDY to get past.
Yeah, Mir wants to fight on this flash. It's SDY, do excuse me. Pressure from Tons, and SDY brings the fight. Junior was very hesitant to overcommit from CT. Surely you want to commit to that. The damage already inflicted, they're so low, but time becoming a bit of a factor. Junior arrives a bit too late, and now the clock is on Team Spirit's side. SDY does a dance. No kit on Swisher, and no time for the defuse upon retrieval. 6 now for Spirit. And the B side, a real thorn in the side. You say it is a skill as a Counter-Strike player to identify and quickly kind of keep a count of how many enemies you're fighting with and contending with?
Yeah, and I think as well, one of the things which is important is the bomb site holds, right? Okay, so yeah, this guy traditionally plays the bomb site. If he dies earlier, if he's giving a flash assist, you can use that information to kind of build a mental picture of what setup they might be running to help with those guesstimations.
Right.
As this one is over as quick as it started. Nice shot there from Swisher. Will get himself an upgrade. Even sprays the body for good luck. And now he runs and hides, and we play... Where on earth is Swisher?
Save Simulator.
Well, there he is.
To be Dexter. Joe Jonji for now posted up on this mid push. He should have a chance if they don't flash it on the cross for the hinge. Yeah, dry. This should be Jonji's all day of the week. And it is. Collects the opening frag. Double AWPs in play here on the CT side. Jonji's already found success with his.
So right now on Dexter Watch, it's been pretty boring.
Yeah, I maybe chose the wrong round, I suppose, but he's just his responsibility, and as we know with every simple game or Na'Vi game of Dust 2, an AWPer can get an awful lot done on T-side just by staring at that mid doors. Like, you essentially have locked down the rotate. If your team succeed on B, you've got it on lock, and that's an if. In capitals, I and F, because Chopper has met the AWP again.
This is looking like a very, very nice round for the Bears to take, and if they can keep these 2 AWPs alive, even better. Out mid we go. Ah, well, there's the Dexter AWP. Now they've split the defenses 2-2, so they have the number advantage if they want to attack this A bomb site. No more flashes to push Junior off the line. They might need a run boost or something a bit more creative.
Or you just use Dexter. Charging in. Mir down. Oh, I love this from Junior. Nearly plucks the head off of Dexter. They're advancing into the site now, and good tap again, giving him the AK to find the frags. They're coming in from CT. A boost might be available, but Dexter with the AK and health. Great find from Spongy. Very quick to the draw. And it will be the first for the Bad News Bears. They recover. And nice group play, grouping up and trading off one another. Love.
Towards long, Magic's about to throw his body on the line, flashing for him. The timing of that is everything, and out he goes. Blue bin. Well, he's got the territory he wants, and now we can kind of just chill.
Good nade damage and support from Sheikh Zula. Last time we saw him get a double here upon the loss of Jonji. This time, it's gone the other way, and even Swish is in trouble to Chopper on the aggressive walk-up. Problems now for the Bears as they not only just won a round, but could be sent straight back to Squalor. Oof. All the time in the world now in a 5v2.
Yeah, didn't get away with that aggressive maneuver towards upper tunnels this time. Chopper was ready for it, so big kill from him. Now Junior, I remember like a Triumph highlight with him at the top of A, pivoting between long and short. He's nowhere near Goose right now. He's actually gambling on this B bomb site, which is nowhere near the action. So what we're going to see is Team Spirit probably hang around for the next 20 or so seconds.
Yeah.
Then they're going to throw some cross utility. Then they're going to get into the site. Then with probably about 20 seconds left on the clock, they're going to plant the bomb. And then with the 40 seconds left over, they'll either try and chase away these 2 guns, or they'll just chill. So if you want right now, if you really had to go to the bathroom, now is your chance. If you're gagging for a glass of water,
what about
get it now.
Hearing about our spin the bottle stories? Do Do you have any stories of...
I never played any
Not
of that.
once?
Nah.
Not at a house party, a prepubescent, an adolescent?
You know me.
Yeah.
How many parties do you think I've been to?
Is that back in the day as well?
Yeah,
You'd peace out after one, say, sorry guys, I've got to go home. My mum needs me. And
I
then
didn't
you'd
do
play
adolescent
scrims.
parties.
No.
No, the first time I ever had alcohol,
Yeah.
I was underage.
No, you weren't.
It was at a Nationals LAN event.
Oh.
And I was like 15 and all my teammates were like 18.
Yeah.
And they said they would lock me in a locker, because we used to stay at youth hostels, if I didn't take the shot of tequila. So a bit of peer pressure.
That is peer pressure. That's back in the day, of course.
So
this was like in, what, 1985?
1986. You were close. Yeah. So I took it, but I just spilt it all over me so that I didn't have to actually drink much
nice.
of it.
Like
Yeah.
the plant pot trick. It's a little bit funny, but drinking isn't. The story, I mean.
The story's funny, yeah.
the story's
I'm with you, I'm with you.
Just want to make sure everyone's on the same page there.
Double AWPs.
Doors. On the doors. John G's bringing in a flare of his own and does cancel that after firing off the warning shot. There we go.
Can't find the exit.
We've all been there.
Well, they have long again.
I mean, I've been enjoying watching how teams can counter the all-in longs. Like, we've watched this for over a year now.
Yeah.
I think my favorite of the responses has been the Astralis one, where they really prioritize like cat aggresses. Like they like to have someone knocking on long doors now. Like where Sheikh Zula is a short, they would have someone already pressuring SDY. And that makes everything a bit more hot and bothered, so the A players have some space.
Yeah, the nerdy side of me really likes it when we see teams hold on to a lot of U2, and then
Just gets it. That's all he's waiting for.
yeah, just somebody overstepping the mark. Holding on to all the extra mollies and smokes, and then when they try and cross, using that to slow them, bog them down on the site. But every time I build that up, I'm like, oh, they've saved a bunch of mollies. They never use it in the way that my brain is quite envisioning it.
But like SDY's just counting in his head, it's like, wait for that simple smoke to fade. And now we can do our cross smokes. He's got nothing to play around now because he just dropped it.
Oh, they're going a little bit more contacty here, aren't they?
Another one thrown out. Switch to peek around, and he's got a little bit of a hope. They unload their magazines. That's the frag he's waiting for. Mir will deny it, and now Spirit's got a firm grasp of the site. Can't really contest the plant either.
They have to start going for some of these, maybe one or two more saves. So we're about to see another, but at this juncture of the game, if you're Spirit, you might want to start hunting. I think we're going to see exactly that. Try and deny. Ooh, they've all. Ooh, this for a second could get. No, Sheikh Zula doesn't have a kit. I was about to say this could get interesting. Oh, there's a kit right there. Hold up a second. There was a world. There was a world. There was a world that I wanted to live in where they all evacuated the site, left Dexter on his lonesome on 12 HP. Sheikh Zula comes out, shoots Dexter in the side of the head, picks up the defuse kit, and he defuses.
I've got a different world for you where they lose all their weapons.
Oh, that looked like a bullet in the teammate's head right there for a
It is exactly like that. Like it's an extraction. And they will go conservatively into the deco. Trying to balance out their funds a little bit, stacking two towards the doors and maybe even aggressing off the back of this smoke.
Jumping up Xbox. Here's something.
Cool. That's very cool. Oh, he's right behind them. Swisher, they check. Junior to finish. Bullet's so close to the mark. Mir is so low. One bullet would have done it. Breaks his legs, very audible. Ugh.
Oh, so much if, so much almost.
Little mini game for Dexter to play there.
Skeet shooting. Junior, last man standing, and this will be round number 10 quite quickly. Thrown up on the scoreboard here for Spirit, and well, this Spirit doesn't feel like the same Spirit we've seen in the last couple of days. Now, obviously, caliber of opponent needs to play into that discussion.
I mean, Ents made them look silly.
Everyone, I implore you to go and have a little bit of a look at that and see how that one could shape up. There is a chance that Ents could win that. They've been in good form. If Hades continues what he's been up to, Diha, Spinks is at his moments, Doto, phenomenal when the chips were looking down, and very fast-paced Counter-Strike from Snappy and crew, right? They love the Force Spies.
And, it's been a long time coming that Snappy gets a roster where he can feel like he's got, a real good set of tools.
But it's the oddest of the bunch, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's had these... Well, he had that jaunt in Contact, right? With a bunch of more well-known, I would say, international names, or at least more prominent. And now it's like, it's a bunch that were doing well in their teams. and they've kind of grabbed them and assembled these guys together. And it's weird that it's working.
And Snappy's been around for like forever, no?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. He's a 1.6 boy.
He's a 1.6er.
Yeah.
So to see him still thriving, you know, it's he will probably eternally live in the shadow of Carrigan in terms of veteran in-game leaders from Denmark. But
Yeah. I remember watching Snappy when I was like 16. I'm sure he would have only been 15 or 14.
Oh, Junior, he's very extended over for this. And it does mean that if they hit the go mark, he's going to have a bit of trouble. They were thinking about the boost. I think the nades will cancel that. Shake-Zula to mantle up. He could have the element of surprise here on the commit. There's a three-man stack. Jonji's there as well for good measure, and they know him, spot him, execute him. And Jonji's next on the list, just the one. Junior needs more with the AWP, and he has caught a glimpse of that bomb that's being planted. SDY gets the numbers punched. Looking like 11. Late crawl up from short. Chopper will be able to back him up. Molotov for CT, just as Spongy decides he'd like to give it a go.
He just flashed for this long aggress.
And they're even going wide on the scope from Junior, so in about 3 seconds, I reckon, SDY might have a look.
They are going for this.
There's SDY's death. It's Chopper to say no, and does deny the request. Takes it to go down with the ship, though, and a quick flick from Junior at least keeps the AWP out of his hands, but he's got plenty of cash to splash, about 12 grand in the bank account. Make me have a driving license just the next day.
Okay, so it just appears. Well, I'm sure we could bribe someone with 12 grand.
Yeah, we could try that. I just don't think I'm going to learn in Malta. I just don't think that's the place.
It's not the place to learn how to drive.
No, and nor Germany, probably, because I don't speak German.
Or yeah, and you'd be on the other side of the road to your residency and your citizenship, and it'd all be all over the place here.
It's my life.
Driving's fun.
It does look fun. I nearly had my license and then bloody packed my bags off to ESL Cologne.
Down the road from here.
Not blaming them about that, though. Definitely no complaints about what that's led me to.
Oh, they just burnt 2 smokes on the mid doors, so the hinge smoke dropped, and so they could safely try and rotate over to help A. They dropped the mid smoke, but they dropped 2, so...
Here you are. That's what you were waiting for, and you should get away unpunished. CT smoke being dropped. Mir just decides he's had enough. Pushes straight on in through the smoke as it fades, and now we're into a 45-second 4v4, setting their sights on B. I love this from the Shake-Zula. Gets all this information for his squad. Might get Junior pulling up for a little bit of a rotate as well. 30 seconds. Dexter sweeping through T-spawn, though. You know, you're going to be so mad if you're getting spotted out and pushed by a T-spawn at 20 seconds left on the clock, but Dexter thinks better of it. It's time for the B commit.
This is great time management. They have a molly for this back plat position here as well. Car's probably more of the drama with Swisher.
Here comes the util. Sponge, he's so good on the draw. Another with his Deeg. Up to Swisher. Again, clean damage converts off of what Spongy delivered. The flashes were there. Have they delayed them enough? They might have. 4 seconds.
No
There's no hope, no time. This will be the second for the Bears. Whew. Down to...
Means we could be looking at a very, very quick 11-7 scoreline. But let's get to 4 first before we even start that little chit-chat. Might be creeping through here as that molly starts to recede. He can push forward into the bedroom and play for a bit of info on Swisher. He's been pushed on back and deterred from holding on to that real estate. Nice little nade over top mid, lands on the noggin of Dexter. Bit of chip damage down to 84. But cat control is theirs if they'd like, and Team Spirit, they have a multitude of different ways to execute. Junior with the sweep here could catch someone unawares as they just tuck out of the line of sight that's possible. No AWP over towards that A ramp. It's going to put a lot of pressure on Shake-Zula here if it is the executor, and everybody's buttoned on up, ready to go.
All right, time for some impact from Shake-Zula. He's found a safe haven from the Spirit util, and here comes the body of the assault. They're actually opting to jump down, and the flank will be there. Shake-Zula's a threat. Magic's is 2, though, and with Dexter's conversion, it leaves it all onto Swisher. Quick tap, good response. And so a man advantage for the Bears as the bomb does need to go down shortly. Dexter considering his options. Mir working on that plan. This is going to be hard for them to break, especially if Dexter is ready for John G. Oh, just crouching under. Amir Only the first before the Bears make it 3.
Okay. One more round, then an ad break, and then we'll have that pistol round conversation. I know you're all here
He's
for
excited. Everyone, I mean, you're really building it up. I can't wait to hear you say it. Watched me. You played 30 games of Ancient. You kept calling it Hugo's bedroom. And Lara, we called it Lara. We had the forum. We had the poll from CSGO. We accept defeat.
Donut.
It's a donut. What? Actually, I heard another alternative. What was Harry calling it?
Cube.
Cube. So it's still up for debate, I suppose.
Nah, I'm just going to donut. Save the hassle.
The 2 syllables.
It's fine.
Fine.
We have banana. We can have donut.
Banana. Damn. What are we up to? He's on ban.
Nah.
Nah.
Definitely nah. NA right now.
Nana?
Under
Actually,
the pump.
Nana.
Nanis.
Good work.
Well, they forced this rotation out of B right now. All 5 alive. They can go wherever they want. Biggest drama is getting multi-killed with Magix and Mir being so low. So avoiding that #1 priority as they'll just hop on over.
And Dexter holds you across, so unless you're smoking doors late, you've got to deal with Dexter. And he's ready for you again. This is why Team Spirit's Dust 2 can be very effective and has been previously, is if you aren't fully aware of how they like to play, you're going to get caught off and beaten up. Lovely little boost to get him up onto the window peak. Jonji wiggling in frustration as he gets to find his least impactful. It's round 15, dude. You wouldn't...
I don't know. I think he's still trying to work out exactly where they all might be. This is for stat padding right now, because winning this round's going to be difficult. Look at this boost.
Get another one. Hey!
All right, Jonji, come on.
He's got this. He just has to pick
Get
up the kit.
Nice.
And now he's used his teleport spell. Teleport behind him. Then blind them all.
He's going. He's passed. Oh, he can't win. Oh!
It's a valiant attempt, bro. Imagine if, yeah. No! Hey!
The ace!
Give it to him!
They got the ace!
That's John. Within Group A, they need to be picking this one up and picking it up convincingly. A 2-0 compulsory. Look at that 3-man setup on the pistol. They had 3 ready for the doors fight mid, which is interesting enough. That's Chopper, Magix, and Dexter. I suppose those are your A defenders as well. So they'll push for the B tons, and should they take A, which is exactly what the Bears are up to, they might drop their smokes for the cross. Magix isn't going to be able to contribute a damn thing.
Okay, well, they can hop across, and the 1x bet odds at the top of your screen, they haven't changed. Well, they have changed a little bit. It's now even less likely from the bookmakers that the Bears pick this one up. But we've got a couple of flashes, and that's going to help enable this retake for Team Spirit. Get ready to hit the go.
Oh, just as Junior falls off. Swish is tucked in on Goose. The bodies are dropping very fast. It's all Spirit. Bad news Bears with just more bad news.
Okay, well, if there was any conversation that was going to start about whether or not the Bears would be able to be competitive, that pistol round felt compulsory, right? We've seen them be pretty good on 4 spies, but it's not looking likely. Astralis beats Vitality, and Bad News Bears beat Ents. That's one of the opportunities where Team Spirit can still go through, just so you can all understand at home just how unlikely this would be.
I see. Well, you had me. You had me all the way up until the last one there. This is the Ents that made short work of Team Spirit's Dust 2. And as you currently stand, the Bad News Bears on their 4 spy here. A man disadvantage. It's getting pulled away from them here. Zula and Junior. Oh. Filthy little gap over the smoke from the CTs in this one.
Yeah, so we're not going to get to Nuke as the decider there, as you can see that would have been the 3rd, but...
I'm just saying, Swisher believes.
Maybe Spirit believe that all of those crazy results that I just mentioned could possibly happen, and that's why they're just putting the shellacking down. Junior, nice shot.
He's got another one, I reckon.
Oh, not far off. There it is. Okay.
Lovely stuff.
Maybe this is a round.
It's definitely a round. Jonji's confirmed it as Mir caught out by the double click to the belly button.
You can call their saving now as well. So if they want to try and strip this away, which they should, right? They should, because at the same time, like I mentioned, they're not really playing the long game here. They're trying to keep themselves in it. You can throw a couple of these deagles over towards that site, try and take away that AWP, try and take away that M4. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
I think that round was enough, actually. I've changed my mind.
You changed your mind?
Yeah, I reckon Spirit are in
Jonji's standing up.
trouble here.
He's getting excited. He's getting the boys hyped.
There you go. It's the start. It's the start. Where were you when the comeback started? Because I know where I was.
Sitting in
a studio
Germany.
in Cologne,
Yeah.
Where were you, though?
Right next to you.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Just for a fun fact, the Jonji Ace that took place is the first ace in Group A that has not...
It's one.
EMS? EMS? One?
EMS 1. It's in the game. I think that's how it goes. Well, they're going for a B hit, so if they kill SDY and Mir, we're on for a 5th.
Late flash.
We're on for a 5th. Here we go.
We could actually be on for a 5th because...
I feel it. Sheikh Zula's even holding down the cross, so they will clear him. They will, like the nerds they are. But he's ready for at least a 1v1. He'll take that. Even trades Dexter and Chopper. And what is he up to? Junior's just charged through his own Molotov for an element of surprise, I suppose.
We're surprised.
I'm surprised.
Look at all these nades. Smoke tunnels, Molly car, Molly backer plat or site, double HEs Tahitian / big box, flash, go.
I like this angle though.
Smoke tons. Show the mollies. Molly big box, that works too. Nade big box is pretty good as well.
Just needs to survive though, he just needs to survive. And that's the first frag. Dexter's coming in and Spongy says play on. That was all G. Now, what's going on with the Team Spirit USPs? I think they're playing quite reactively. Like you can see they're all gathered around ready to hope and pray it's an all-in A, which it could be. And you can see they've even got a little flash cocked, but this short presence will make things a bit awkward. And they're not slowing down, so there could be some chaos here. Don't lose to the Usps. And they won't. They won't. Does too.
All right. They're having fun at least. There's smiles. They're keeping themselves in good spirits.
Bang. Excuse me, I'm getting a bit excited now.
Well, they've done a 4-man A lane here, so they just
actually
rush
could
B
work.
again.
Yeah,
This
this
could
is
work.
the play. SDY is going to be so angry. He's only got one. Flashed off, still alive. Jonji's responsibility. He has got flashed again. Mir is going to arrive, as is the entire Team Spirit roster. And they're running out of opportunities here. They're running out of players. Junior's already tagged up. They still haven't found him. Spongy caught on the doors as well. This spells 15. I did say they have to find a crazy clutch, and it would be crazy for Junior because he's right there in the smoke. Down he goes, and the all-in B, they would like to think that this is also, every single day they're in Europe, they're also
Playing 10 scrims.
grinding as many scrims as they possibly can. So, you know, this is not like their venture to EU is going to be all for naught. This is huge for them. Every single round they claw away from Team Spirit.
Well, especially with some of them being Canadian, having to go back for 2 weeks worth of quarantine as well. So you want to get as much Counter-Strike in while you can. Unless they do the scrawny method. I see he gets his PC delivered when he's in quarantine so he can play.
That's the play.
But here we go, 3v3. Long tussle has been won out here by the Bears, and the mid-crawl is starting. Team Spirit currently chasing their tail, looking for where the attack might be coming on through, and the most likely option is the correct one. It will be long. And plenty of utility here for Team Spirit on the retake, or if they would like to re-aggress, they can flash and peek and take a little bit of a jiggle, but here they come, slowly walking up. Smoke's about to land, and Dexter action on. Yeah,
Dexter's going to have a real opportunity to peek off the flash, and it's 1-for-1. Junior does bodyguard effectively. Spongy's got good info there. If his molly does get deployed, Mir's going to have to respect it. Bomb can get across. They got 40 seconds. They don't have to rush the plant. Junior down to 3 HP.
The flames.
But he's an AWPer, and he's evaded the nade as well. SDY's on the crawl from elevator's side. Mir, I'm sure this is Junior's frag. He needs this one. I think he suspects he could have dropped down. Still lingering up there. This is a real chance for Junior, and he does thrive. A second shot doesn't go awry. And we see 7 for the Bad News Bears.
And money not there. Once again, we see those spirits being kept high. 2 nades, 5 USPs, and another, well, fast mid to B type scenario here. Jonji and Sheikh Zula through the upper tunnel. Swisher and Spongy clearing out close mid. Utility just to be sure. And the bomb will go down. And Team Spirit are really none the wiser right now. Still residing over towards this A bomb site.
Explosives planted.
They're having a laugh too. Dexter looks like he's smiling. I know we can't really... Yeah, he has got a bit of a smirk on SDY's face. What's going on, guys?
It's just a team talk, you know? It's like, so how was your day? Are you cool? It's good to check in on your mates once or twice.
We're getting a unicorn round.
This is the full unicorn. I'm talking silver blood.
Okay.
I'm talking horn.
The horn, one of its key identifying factors.
Are unicorns typically white in the
I do believe
fantasy
so.
realms?
Yeah.
Or, like, because I
Remember
know
Charlie?
Charlie. Yeah, but they did have different colors.
They
What,
did.
Charlie bit me? Charlie the unicorn.
Charlie the unicorn.
Yeah, they were around the same time. So there were two kind of viral Charlies. Nice, dude.
Yeah, that's what the kids are saying these days.
Also, Ratio, no one asked, and that's it.
Is Ratio still in? They still doing Ratio?
They do, yeah.
Okay. Well, rinse and repeat the same strategy here.
I reckon they've got this. Spongy and Swisher.
They actually could do. They're here so quick, they're not even looking.
Well, they're going to have a glance, and oh, Mir's got the perfect angle. Of course he does, just under that cart. Oh, Mir. He wants to finish it right here and now, and with two great shots from the M4A1, I'm afraid it's looking likely Junior, and would have needed a second. Dexter's aggression does catch the AWPer, and now in a 4 versus 2. You know, Chad, I mentioned that at some point during this comeback, they were going to need to
Crazy clutch.
win a crazy clutch. Now, 2 versus 4. And I reckon Jonji's the one to watch here. So Sheikh Zula's basically going to just sit in tons while Jonji tries to completely single-handedly sell the A-Long's presence. And SDY and Mir immediately knife out and rotate, right? Like they just immediately bite on that one Molotov long.
Yep.
They all evacuate B.
Yep.
And then they play the 2v4 from the site. It seems Mir's quite confident that there's no real issue. And this 2-2 split of defensive resources maintained.
Shakespeare's about to walk into this AWP.
But will he, though?
Yes.
Jonji starts the clutch off with a bang. Bomb recovered. Will clear out Mir. He's been there the whole round. And finds the frag necessary.
Now we're talking.
Now we certainly are. And 12 seconds. Oh, Jonji, you big boy! Oh, that's not fact against the no-scope. And that's the end of that.